Welcome back to a Setup Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark. How you
Yo.
doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I got a quick question for you. This has nothing to do with
Alright.
what we're about to talk about today,
No
but this is
problem.
something that happened to me the other day.
Cool.
And yeah, I just want to, knock this out the way. When you
Let's
hear
get
the
right into it.
words over-the-counter medication, what does that mean to you?
So,
Like when you hear that, what do you think of? It's very simple. It's not a trick. It's
no.
just,
I know that. I'm just genuinely going to tell you what I always thought of it as
Mhm.
growing up because it just kind of sounds exactly how it sounds. So
Yeah.
I just would think over the counter means that somebody who's on the other side of the counter would give you medicine and be like, okay, here.
So what's an example of like over-the-counter medicine?
I mean, something you really can't get like on the shelves.
Right.
You know, exactly. So something that somebody has to literally go and look for.
It's not
in the
like
back.
Tylenol.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, they have to go in the back. They gotta be like, let's see if we have any here. If not, I'm gonna send you to another Rite Aid because it's like we don't got none here. So
You know, it's not that.
exactly.
I just found this out. You know what? This is genuinely my, and maybe that you said that, maybe I don't feel as dumb anymore.
Look, that's what
But
I
hear me
always
out,
thought of
y'all.
it as. That's what I always
Hear
thought
me
of
out,
it as.
y'all. So I forgot it does tie into what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
So recently, actually yesterday, from when we're recording this, it's Sunday. This happened Saturday evening / night. What's his name? Fuck, that's really bad. Chandler Bing, Matthew Perry passed away from, I guess what they're saying is cardiac arrest / drowning that led to, it was a combination of the two.
Okay.
And there was also a past thing. I believe he was like in rehab before.
I think I heard
my
some
sister
stuff
said
about
that
that.
I believe that it was from Vicodin or something like that, which is like a painkiller, I believe. And we were having a discussion about that. And I used the term over the counter, and my mom and my sister both looked at me like, Vicodin's not over the counter. And I'm like, is over the counter not like something you get from like a pharmacist? And they were like, nah.
Yeah.
And she was just like, no, that's like over the counter is like Tylenol and like other shit like that. Like Vicodin is not over the counter.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what I thought this whole time, what my logic was, is when they say over the counter, it was over the pharmacist's counter.
Exactly.
A pharmacist was reaching over the counter and handing me some Vicodin.
Yeah, I learned that a little bit ago that I'm like, wait. And I don't even think somebody knew that I didn't know. I think it was so much that I we were having a conversation and I caught myself. So then I was like, wait, damn. So over the counter doesn't mean somebody in the back gets it.
But like that, I feel like our understanding of it makes way more sense.
It does, because why am I getting something over the counter if it's on a shelf?
Yeah, like it's never on a counter.
That's not on a counter. That's a shelf.
Yeah.
Over the shelf? That
And I'm never
sounds
going,
better.
even if I'm never going over it.
Exactly. I'm just grabbing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who came up with that term, but they
got it
fix
wrong.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
Unless it was like an old thing where like back in the day everything was on counters and they just kind of stuck that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have been an old thing that just kind of carried on. I mean,
Right.
what will we call this? What the pharmacist gives us over the counter?
It's just prescription, I guess. Prescription
Prescription.
drugs.
Okay, I
'Cause
think there needs to be a better name for that.
Yeah, but then I also hear like in like those commercials you hear like 3 a.m. when you're like half asleep, where it's just like
True.
Zeltrixa is not an over the counter. So I thought that's what I thought. I'm like, that shit is definitely not on the shelves.
It's not on the
So,
shelves.
I thought that's what it meant this whole
Apparently
time. So I'm glad
it's
I'm
over
not
the
dumb. And I'm
counter.
sure if both of us are in agreement, I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way
Yeah,
too.
some people right now are looking at themselves like, wow.
I just so happened to say this in a room with 2 nurses, so they just were like laughing at me.
Yeah,
so I couldn't do much
if
about
y'all
that.
ever did experience that, let us know. If not, we saved y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It was stupid story, but it comes from something more important. Matthew Perry passed away, which is very sad. I'm not like a diehard Friends fan.
Yeah.
I've watched it because like Nick and Knight and shit, and like I watch reruns and I watch like I love
Same.
Phoebe's funny, and like I love Matthew Perry or Chandler
I love
Bing's
Joey.
I love like Chandler's sarcasm. Like it was great. I don't think it's like out of all the sitcoms out there, I could think of like 5 that I prefer over Friends.
I think it would be more so like the people who are like in their like late 20s, probably like early 30s. That had to be their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a 90s kid, like true, like you were born like early 90s,
Exactly.
lived throughout
Yeah,
like
yeah.
type of show. Also, the people in that show, which is like a great like lesson I saw the other day. Somebody was talking about it. All those guys in that show were like in their like 30s. Not like the actors, the characters were like in their late 20s, like early to mid 30s,
Yeah.
which is kind of dope because like you think about like where they are in their lives, and a lot of people think you're supposed to be all figured out at that point. And the whole show is about like a bunch of friends that like were either trying to figure out like their partners or like their jobs, their careers. A lot of them were like living as roommates and like
It's literally just
it
day
just
to day.
it's just like a cool thought that like it wasn't like, oh, like these are 21-year-olds living in New York with no problems except for just dating and like dumb shit. Like they
Now,
were genuinely like
you know,
in our eyes like older people.
yeah, and a show that would kind of resemble that would, to me, when I hear that, is a lot like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Because same concept. I don't really remember the age that they would say in there, but because they kind of a lot of times go back and forth when they were like, "Oh, we were like in college and all that
Yeah.
stuff."
So
So
they
it
were for
makes
sure like
it
mid to
makes
late
it
20s
seem
or
like they're
older.
really like in their 20s,
And they
but
look older.
yeah, they look definitely older. So it's like I feel like a lot of them are definitely older too. So it's like it's cool to see something like that because they try to show you that it's very normal, and not to mention like it's okay to kind of like have this lifestyle where you're like you have a kind of like this set friend group. You know, y'all go to work.
Yeah.
If y'all are available or
Y'all kick
not,
it. Y'all live
kick
in the
it. Go
same
to
building. Y'all pop up on each other.
go to the bar that's right down the street or
the
something, just to
cafe,
hang out,
Central Perk.
something. And y'all
But-
just chill, you know, day to day.
Yeah, so that's cool because there's like a lot of people, like, at least for people our age, like a lot of pressures to be like, oh, like you gotta have shit ready at that time. And there was like a bunch of shows that showed like people were in their third, like Big Bang Theory type of show, even though that's like way different. That's not even on the same stratosphere.
Because they do.
They were all like geniuses. And
they
shit.
do have everything.
Yeah.
Together. They just how they live it is just very,
They were just nerds. They couldn't get married.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, I mean, some people like love Friends and they like rewatch from the start to finish multiple times, and it was on Netflix at one point. And they like, I think it still is. Then they pay like $1 billion to keep it.
Did they?
Because like
there was that whole scandal
argument
where it was like whether
like,
or not they're gonna keep it or not.
It's like y'all paid so much to keep Friends and then cancel all these other good quality shows.
Yeah. I don't
Same
know.
thing with The Office. But yeah, I wasn't too big in it. Also, there's like also controversy around the show where like it's a straight up copy of like another show that's already been made. That was like similar thing with Friends group of people of color, and so they copied episodes like word for word, but that's a different thing.
You saying another show did that to
years,
Friends, or
like
Friends did that?
Friends basically based off their show. They took another show and decided, oh, we're gonna do this with white people.
Gotcha.
And call it Friends.
Gotcha.
That's basically what they did, and like literally there are some episodes like word verbatim and like the concept they just straight up stole. But that's not the actor's fault. R.I.P. Matthew Perry, funny guy. I remember he had a couple shows after that, and like he had his own serious roles and stuff. Yeah. And it's unfortunate what happened. He was only 54, 55. I think it was 54.
That's definitely pretty young.
And also he's also the youngest out of that group of cast, really? Which sucks. Wow. And then there's like a photo he posted of himself in that jacuzzi. Like his last post, which was like 2 days ago on IG, was him in the pool that he like drowned in. It was at his own house.
That's wild.
Super unfortunate. But yeah, people love the show. And everybody's gonna remember it and still watch it and rerun it. And I feel bad for the cast, especially Joey, because like they were like boys on the show. I feel like there's a closer connection there. And even the whole cast as a whole, they even did like the reunion thing not too long ago, and everybody showed up.
Yeah, so it definitely has to be sad for them to hear that,
Yeah, super scary stuff. But yeah, over the counter. Stump me.
Over the counter, man. Over the counter. Shit.
Chandler Bing. R.I.P. Also, Free Palestine. Go Birds. Subscribe. James Harden. R.I.P. Chan. I spelled it Chander.
Yeah, I was.
You didn't say anything
because in my head I'm like, maybe the L is like silent or something. Like,
is it? No, I definitely missed it.
Like,
can you like add that real quick? Just grab. You can grab the green marker. It's okay.
Because then that was seem weird. It makes it seem like it's
okay. Oh yeah, it's just Matthew Perry took an L. To over the counter. Thank you.
So edited.
Nah. You got it. You did a good job.
Let's go.
Yeah, good stuff. On to other stuff that's hopefully not as sad. Happy Halloween, people.
True.
It's coming. This episode's coming out on Halloween. Spooky. That's why we keep the lights dim. Not really. We just like how this looks. Yeah. Did you do anything Halloween-y? Did you dress up?
Not really. No, I didn't dress up. Saw a lot of people going out though this year.
Did you hand out candy?
Nah.
You plan to?
I wouldn't mind it, but then again, that leaves it up to the children.
What do you mean? You don't think they pop out?
If they come out to the street, I mean, like, look, it's like, you tell me this like maybe like 10 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, like it's gonna happen. Nowadays, like I really honestly cannot tell you if a child's gonna come down the block or not because of just how dangerous the city is. You know? I'm like, more so I want you to not come to my house. Not because I don't want to give you candy, but because I want your lives to be okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. I
You know,
know
so
my neighborhood, surprisingly, people still pop out, but it's also not Philly.
you're
So
in
yeah,
Jersey. People
yeah,
in Jersey are always gonna go trick or treating.
yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I specifically went to Jersey to go trick or treating.
Smart
So
move.
yeah, so I knew, yeah, Jersey's always gonna have people coming out.
Yeah, my family was never big on Halloween in general, so I only did it like when I was very, very young.
Mhm.
But at least I like even then. This was back way back then when it was a difference. My family used to like we lived in North. We would go to the Northeast to trick or treat because it was considered better. So,
Northeast.
so now it's not the case. Now everybody from North moved to Northeast, so it's the same shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
I want to dress up and shit now, but nobody doing nothing. I'll be sending.
Yeah, it's just yeah, this year just kind of like snuck up on me in a way where it's like I was not prepared to really like in the mindset I wasn't really that prepared to have anything, I guess, like
planned
happen as
out or
far, yeah,
cool.
you know.
Yeah.
It just kind of like snuck up really, yeah.
But I saw some like creative ass costumes this year. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I was like, "Yo, this is dope." I want to go all out one year where I like really just like, "Yo, like that."
Yeah.
You look
I
exactly.
definitely
that
want to
cool.
do something too where it's like something that everybody knows, but like slipped their mind. Like,
Yeah,
something
it's
that
like
they like
something
were
clever.
like, whoa, like I totally forgot this was a character. Everybody knows about them. They like won't look at you and be like, I have no idea who you are unless they like are literally just do nothing with themselves. Like, no.
Yeah, I want to do that or something that I saw this shit. I was like, "Yo, that's also fire." I want to, yeah, it's kind of like themed where it's like everybody goes at the same thing. I saw one that somebody did
Oh,
like
I see what you
somebody did like a bar crawl all dressed up as Steve Harvey.
I saw
So it was like
that.
15 people dressed up as Steve Harvey. I'm like, that's super fire. Saw another one. It was a group of friends. It was probably like 10 plus. They all dressed up in Spider-Man, but in the same Spider-Man suit. And I feel like that'd be
Wow.
dope if you all were like dressed up in the same
I would
suit.
be down to
And
do
then you
that,
go
yeah.
out, and then there's if you run into like other Spider-Man, yo, like come on, like join the group.
Join the
and then
group,
just get
but
like
I promise you, bro, we're all getting lost.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, where?
I know because nobody you can't see each other's faces.
Exactly.
You be like, yo, bro, and then it's bull. It's like it's like an Asian guy. It's not me at all. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That one I'll definitely do. That should be funny.
And then another one that I thought was great, but also would take a little bit more planning. Somebody did. You probably saw it. They went out as like paparazzi, and then they had like some of their friends also come out as like security.
I'm dead.
So they were like in full suits, and they had their cameras with flash, and they were like go up to random groups that people were dressed up, and they'd be like, "Oh, like Scooby Doo, like where's Shaggy?" And it's like, and then, but then they had the security guard come out of nowhere, be like, "Nah, like no, like yeah, like to cover them up." I'm like, it's kind of tough. And then people's reactions are cool. I thought it was a cool idea.
That's funny.
But like, we don't live in a city that you could really do that for real.
Exactly. Yeah, you do. I mean, I feel like you could pick and choose from a distance. You'd be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
I think
that gotta be cool.
They'd be cool. Yeah. That's funny. I would definitely be down to do something like that because I've always like wanted to see like do like kind of like a group costume thing, or I really would like to go to one of those theme ones that you were mentioning. Those things are pretty cool.
Yeah, we gotta make up our own thing because we gotta find something that we can all agree on. Like, yo, all 30 of us, we pulling up as Pitbull, and then just ball caps and all.
Ball caps, the shades, the white suit.
Yeah, and then just go to a bar, and then you know what they're gonna play all night.
Yeah.
And then everybody's gonna want to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you pull up like that, everybody's gonna be like, yo, I want to party with them.
I want to party with Pitbull.
So
all 30 of them.
Just get a section in a club or something, all Pitbulled out.
Yeah, bro.
Because that's one of those things where everybody's like, yo, like look at those guys, like
exactly.
And then they just want to interact with that. If we run into other Pitbulls, because Pitbull is always for some reason, like a popular option on Halloween. I always see like a couple Pitbulls every year. It's usually women that do it, which makes it even funnier. They just have like ball cap and a goatee.
Yeah, I can see that.
I saw one thing with Pitbull too. He gives great toasts. I don't know if you saw the video. I gotta find it. Some guy saw it. He quoted, he's like, yo, this man makes me want to run through a fucking wall. He was
yo,
because he was just like, I don't want to like butcher it, but he was like, life's a blessing. It's not a waste. So let's get wasted and have the time out. Like some crazy shit. I was like, yo, that's a bar, bro. I was like, hey, if he said that to me and I was in that circle with a drink, yo, I'm getting hammered, bro.
My man's was doing an intro to one of his songs.
Basically, he be talking that shit.
Took my life from negative to
positive. Yeah, I just want you to know that.
I'm like, oh shit.
Even if he said that, I'm like, yeah. He said the thing. He said the thing.
Where's Neo?
He popped out over with. Yo, give me the whole bottle.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that'd be funny.
I would love to do more Halloween. Maybe when I'm out on my own, or like we finally get a spot or something, we could just host shit or like do dumb shit like that.
Definitely.
Like, how do I explain to my parents as I'm walking out dressed as Pitbull?
Victor, you're leaving? Oh, I can explain.
I'm not gonna ask. Just go. Just be
Right?
careful. Whatever you're gonna do, just be careful.
Just make sure you come back.
Yeah. Dale.
That's it. Oh shit. Speaking of like that thing you were talking about with security guards, y'all seen that? You seen that one video that security guard that just soccer punched the shit out
that that content creator, YouTube. I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is either, but yo, that jaw was insane.
It was so out of pocket. I mean, obviously, I hope there's more context to it, but like, Bo was literally just like, "Yo, like, relax, chill." Like, I don't like.
He like gripped his arm, I think.
Yeah, and then just held him in place.
Yo, like,
and his head bounced off the concrete too.
Yeah, I saw a comment. Or it was like a quote back to the video and said, "Bro, Ball didn't even use like 30% of it.
Bro,
it
was the laziest punch ever, bro. He was just like, and it just knocked him back. Like he did not cock back or nothing. That's how huge he was.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was like, nah. And the fact that I saw that boy still in that video getting up, I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm on.
He was
the
concussed.
floor.
Yeah, his head bounced off the floor, but
because that's insane.
It's just
get hit that hard. Yeah, no.
Usually you see those videos, the guy who gets his being belligerent or drunk is like, yo, like fuck you, like I'll beat you up. Like the guy was
saying something back.
The guy was just like de-escalating for real. Unless something happened prior to before the video came on. It just seemed like that was a little uncalled for, especially the dude was mad huge. Like
and I feel like never try to put your hands on somebody if like they didn't do anything to you back, you know? Like, unless again, like you said, they're like you're literally saying such shit to you, trying to like, you know,
egg you on or get in your face. But he was if anything, because I think there was like 2 girls in front. So he was like, yo, like back off, like chill. And then dude just like 1 inch punched him. He was just sent him flying.
Yeah, he's done.
He wasn't bleeding or nothing either. He just kind of fell back.
He saw the wasted John come up in front of him.
Yeah. Then the girls was like, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, I remember.
Pushed him back.
I didn't click on the video and I just watched it just off of like the TL, and I could tell exactly what she was saying.
Yeah.
Like I could see word for word.
Are you insane?
Like, I was like,
what is wrong with you?
Oh my god, are you fucking crazy? Yeah.
Imagine he just start catching bodies.
He's like, that's all you got.
No, I'm saying he just started swinging on everybody. Because the girl pushed him.
Yeah. If the other bull did, that'd be insane.
That'd be more wild too. Though. He's just like, here's that one episode. So I was like, I didn't hear a bell. Like,
right? He just like gets back up, bro. I'd be like, yo, we gotta
you
fight.
got it.
I'm like, yeah, I'd be scared. If I was the big boy, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, that's one of those things like, yo, what the fuck?
Damn, bro.
Nah, it was wild because I mean, I'm only bringing this up because we were talking about like fighting. There was a boxing match yesterday, of Tyson Fury, who was like considered the best heavyweight in the world, and he was going against Francis Ngannou, who was like a UFC heavyweight champion. He still does MMA, but he left the UFC to go to another like group of corporation that does like MMA stuff because they give him more opportunities and shit, more money. But part of him signing to that other place was that they allowed him to do boxing matches and shit. So he signed to fight this guy, and Ngannou was supposed to be like, he has on record like the hardest punch. Like they like record like he's like the heaviest hitting person ever, and he fought against Tyson Fury. And everybody's saying he got fucking robbed. This is literally his first boxing match ever. He trained for like a year with Mike Tyson, and like went out there and knocked him down and everything. And like everybody's saying he won the fight, which I agree. I watched it. I think he won the fight. He went 10 rounds with him, and just off of bullshit. He didn't. And then the heavyweight champion didn't knock him down or rock him at all the whole fight. He rocked him multiple times, and he looked good against them, and it made him look really bad. I think they like the boxing judges just was like, yo, we can't have him lose because he has an actual title fight coming up in like 2 months. So like if this guy lost, like it was gonna fuck everything up, and he was getting his ass handed to him low key. He had a black eye like developing.
Wow, look at that.
Dude was a monster. I'm like, yo, if they do this again, like he would beat him, I would think, or at least close to it. Like I don't know. When everybody's saying you got robbed, and it wasn't like one of these celebrity matches where it doesn't count to the record. Like this was a legitimate match. It was gonna count towards his record. And Tyson Fury, the heavyweight boxing champion, he's undefeated. So they were not gonna let him take a loss against him. Like that's such a bad look.
Yeah,
it wasn't for his belt, but it was a real fight that was gonna count towards his record.
It's gonna be kind of crazy to lose like that.
So I feel like they kind of hold him a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah, that's what you gonna do when you got type of fights like that. You know, something's gonna happen.
Speaking of knockouts and shit that really just scared the shit out of me, them fucking Bad Bunny prices.
Yeah, bro. Those things are definitely the memes are gonna come back out and be like, "Oh, who sold our house?" And then it's
Yeah.
like me at the Bad Bunny concert.
Yeah,
And
that shit.
those memes are
I
gonna
saw
come
people like
because
post
yeah, I
like I
seen
got
I
them.
the next day I saw some girl posted on her story, and I was just like, I mean, obviously she did the whole like scribbling out of like all that stuff for information, but I'm
But you
just
can see
like,
like Bad Bunny's like you got them, like you
yeah,
got the
and I'm just
tickets.
sitting here like, how much? Like, I want
Yeah,
to ask, how much did you spend? And it's just like, if you did spend a lot, it's like you must really like not spoil yourself. And
right.
this is like your moment to shine. Like,
Because
babe,
nobody's worth that.
babe, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this month I'm going to see Bad
Yeah.
Bunny. It's
We're
like,
not eating this month. We're going to Bad Bunny.
We're going to Bad Bunny.
Nah,
Just don't worry.
in fucking April. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but somebody was saying, somebody made a joke like, yo, like I want to call like the Bad Bunny because in some of his songs he talked about like before he was famous, he worked in a supermarket and shit. He's like, I want to call that Bad Bunny and see if he will pay for these fucking tickets because I know he would
True.
not. But
Yeah, I was saying, I'm like, yo, I don't know who he's catering to. Like, it has to be the people of fair skin who are rich because I'm like, if we're looking at each other in the mirror, we're the same skin color, bro.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you're appealing to right now?
I
Like,
mean,
you know, I can't afford this.
a lot of times, it's labels and like venues and shit. And
Yeah,
like,
but it's like he was, like, it's, I don't know. To me, I feel like it's more just the popularity, just
Yeah.
getting more and more bigger because,
and people paid for it. So it's like,
Yeah.
clearly, you know what I mean?
But it's like I just seen him like what, a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
or whatever.
It was last year, bro. He
yeah.
just finished his tour.
That's what I'm
last year.
saying. Like, and he was at the same place, and the tickets and
Weren't-
where we
yeah.
sat at was legit nothing compared to what I'm seeing now. It was
Yeah.
like maybe like 170, like
Mhm.
maybe 180, I would say.
I mean,
at
after
most.
that album, that like Un Verano Sin Ti like changed everything. Just the
Yeah.
way I was so huge.
So I'm just like, bro, how are you gonna sit here and just double your prices? Like,
Yeah.
insane. Like, I don't know.
I was telling like, because I got a code and my sister got one,
Mm-hmm.
and like the way that it was gonna release at like 11 a.m. and I was getting a haircut at that time, so I had to like get out my haircut and immediately like just pull it up for like the waiting list. I was like, and I was about to start work at that same time, so I was like rushing. But I got in there and I saw the line was like 5,000 people in front of me. I was like, all right, I'm probably not gonna get these, but I'll just leave my phone there. And I got in. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I got my code. But my sister didn't get a code, so she was frustrated. But I was like, she was upset about not getting her code. But I was like, yo, look at these prices. Like you're not missing out on anything.
So Emily told me the night before, she was like, okay, she had told me about it, like, oh yeah, I got in. I was like, oh shit, because I remember like, yeah, you had to register and everything. So then I checked my email. I was like, oh shit, it said I got it too. And it said something about you'll get a code.
Mhm.
She got her code. I didn't get my code till like early in the morning though.
Mhm.
But I'm sitting here like, yo, did I like put in a wrong phone number or
Right.
something? Because
That's what I told my sister. I was like, make sure that like it's not on like our mom's phone number. and,
Yeah.
like, she got the text. Like ask her.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, bro, I didn't get anything. But I mean, if you were to go with like the same person, it would just be better if they just got the tickets together,
Right.
and do it separately. So I
But
was like,
I think it's
not
more so
worried
just the
about it.
chance of like making sure
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
them because
yeah.
they sell out and shit.
Exactly, yeah. But I was just like, I wasn't worried about it at that point since I'm like, okay, we're just gonna do it in one transaction,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm like, bro, I didn't get no code. Like, how they gonna tell me I'm gonna get in, but I got
Yeah.
no code? I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah, and they ended up sending it to my sister like way after the
Yeah,
shit
you
even
see?
dropped, so it's corny. But the only ones that I saw, I was like, all right, maybe I'll get it. Was like I saw the ones that were like 150, but they're like all the way the fuck up top. So I was like, at this point, I'm just watching them off a screen. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna be done, but the echo from all the music
It's
is
still gonna
finally
hit
me.
you, like-
I'm be like, yeah,
yeah, like it makes no sense. I was like, I don't get it. I was like, for the amount, if I were to pay for the lower seats, they were like 800 to like $1,500 after fees and bullshit for one, not even multiple tickets. I could fly to Puerto Rico for a week, live like royalty, spend all this bread, and still like burn $1,000 if I wanted to.
Yeah,
Like-
it just makes no sense, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's ever that worth it to see somebody again. And that's another thing. He might be your favorite artist. I get that. I'm not the one to judge seeing multiple artists multiple
Right.
times. But it's like, let's be honest. I feel like a lot of y'all out there have seen him plenty of times.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for y'all to
See
sit
him
there.
another time.
Yeah, like, is it really that worth it? Again, if that's who your favorite artist is, you enjoy the way he makes his concerts and everything like that. Cool, I can't say anything about that. I'll be the same way. But come on, like 500 though.
Right.
Like there's no way.
And even like I have my favorite artists, and like artists like, yo, like I would love to see them live. There's been multiple times where I've thought about it and I see the price. I'm like, I'm cool. Like I got Spotify at home. I could still listen to you at home. Like I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Only one exception that I will make, and that person's dead. So it's not happening. And even then, if I saw 1,500, I'm like, damn, Mike, like 1,500, Mike.
I'm sorry, I'm taking that 1,500, bro.
If it's front, I'd do it.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry.
But that's the only person I can think of, like, yo, like for sure.
Yeah.
And even then, like I think about like, because there's some artists that are really good performers. Like you could tell, like you go to their shows, like you gonna get your money's worth. Like
that's what I'm saying.
For him for sure. Bad Bunny, like my sister went to the last tour and like they were in there for they went for the whole concert. And there was a point they were like, yo, like he did a great job. And there was a point where I was like, yo, damn, like, is the show over yet? Because they were like, he was doing so many songs and so much shit. It was like, damn, like, but you're happy if you're paying for it, you get your money's worth out of it. We think of like a Beyonce or like an Adele, like those people that have tied ticket prices, but you know they're gonna sing and dance their ass off, like, or Bruno Mars, like those shows. Like, you ever watch one of those like shows of his? He got like full bands, lights, fireworks, like those type of shit. Yeah, those are things like, all right, you know you're getting your bread worth, but. Yeah, I'm not paying no 1,500. I'll think about it. I'll do a couple hundred, but not once you put that comma in there.
Yeah.
It starts getting a little you in Michael territory now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was like, bro, I'll do like 200. That's probably like my max, you know, maybe 200, 250. Once you start getting to like 300, I'm starting to think about my choices.
Right. Like, even I was like 300, but then I saw it was like 300 without fees. So I was like, that's at least 400.
Yeah.
For one ticket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know, you know, yeah, so it's a toss-up, you know. But hey, y'all got it like that. Some of y'all out there who, you know, y'all got it like that. Congratulations. Y'all got y'all seat. Y'all be sitting amongst the other people who've spent their food money. Y'all all can't eat this month, so at least y'all have something in common when y'all go there, you know. But yeah, so hopefully everybody enjoys it. It's also all the way in April.
Yeah, it also kind of sucks too because one, like you said, like the way tickets have just like imploded in price and like crazy numbers. Where it's like when you think about it, you're paying, for example, somebody pays like say 800 for a ticket, 600 for a ticket, whatever it is. Even like the Drake concerts were insane too. I don't think they were 1,500, but they were like 500 plus for sure. You're paying for like 2 hours.
2.5 probably. Yeah.
It's not even like a festival where it's like, oh, like you seeing multiple artists all day, like that. Even then, I don't think it's that worth it because now a lot of these festivals are so cramped and you can't even see who you want to see or you got to stand for hours. But if it were something like that where you're seeing a bunch of like a Coachella type show, you're seeing multiple artists that are like huge in one place and and it's like 2 days. This is like 2 hours of your life for $1,500. Not including the outfit you're gonna buy for the concert, the food that you might get there, the drinks and shit, the parking, taking off of work to go see them, like all that other shit.
It's definitely a lot.
Not worth it anymore.
Like I said, I just don't understand it because it's like when you're there, like, and you saw him already there, same place, same artist. You're just like, bro, like, we could have the same amount of fun, the same amount of experience for less. Why are you making it so much more expensive for me? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
And that's your perspective is different because you've seen them before.
Yeah, that's true. But that's why I like seeing these prices, though. That's why I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Somebody who hasn't, I feel bad for you. Who's
you feel forced.
You're sitting out there. You're like, yo, I don't care. I'm gonna spend 600. I'm just like, you shouldn't have to. I'm sorry to tell you this.
And he said he's not performing any of his old shit for real. Like he's like, yo, like you paying for this, you're getting the stuff from this album. Like, I'm sure he's gonna do old. Either he's gonna do like 1 or 2 old things, or he's just gonna have other artists pop up and like come out. But yeah, he's like the main focus is gonna be the album that I just dropped. Like, don't expect to go see the last tour shit because that's a completely different vibe. Like, that's not what I'm doing.
That's cool.
Yeah, shit's crazy. I ain't got the bread like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I didn't either.
That was the scariest thing I've seen all October.
That was the scariest.
Because I was ready to do it too. I was like, you know what? Like, I'll buy a ticket for like me and my sister or something. Like, because she was a fan, and I didn't get to see him last time, so I was like, it'd be cool. Yeah. But I had my limit. I'm like, can I spend the money? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I think it's fucking stupid? Yeah. So it was like,
you definitely went in there with like a mindset of like, you know what? I'm not going to be upset if it's that expensive because, you know, hey, whatever. You know, I don't mind spending some bread. But then when you saw the actual number, you're like, okay, I wasn't expecting this.
So I've been to a lot of concerts this year. And all the tickets, and they were great. I had great times at all of them. Like, I think it was like 5 or 6 concerts. I did not spend over 100 on any of the tickets. Yeah, they were all like 50 to under 100.
Yeah, you see.
And every time it was like amazing time. and it wasn't no crazy shit. And sometimes I buy them so far in advance, I forget that I even got them till I see that shit. I'm like, oh shit, it's this week, and then I have a great time. Like Daniel Caesar, when I bought them like in June, forgot about the shit. Went by myself. And I'm like, yo, this is such an amazing show, such a good vibe. Like, I just can't fathom spending that much. That's like a Disney trip, bro. Like that's my problem. I start to like,
What can I really
I'm
use
dead
this
ass
money?
turn into Julius. I'm like, I'm like, this is like $1,500 worth of like,
Facts.
because I'm like, yo, I could fly somewhere. I could take a whole vacation, bro, for less. Like, we went to fucking DR for less,
Yeah.
significantly less.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, shouldn't have to be spending that much to see, like you said, for 2 hours. Too much.
Yeah, it's not even like a full day thing or a weekend. Like, you don't get to backstage passes. You don't get to hug them, photo,
Exactly.
nothing. Like,
Even like a high five, I'll be like, okay, I'll
yeah,
spend the money for that. You know.
you might get on stage if you do something stupid, like wear a vagina suit or like a shark
True.
suit. That's what happened in the last tour, I think it was.
Yeah, the shark suit is the one I remember. Yeah.
Shit's wild. But we gonna hop up out of here. We out of time, people. We appreciate all the love always. We had a nice little uptick in views, so we up at 900,000. Looks like we're gonna hopefully we're making a hard push to hit 1 million before the year's out. Making a hard push to try to get to 2,000 subs, unless a miracle happens. You know what? We're gonna still strive for 10K, but we're at like 1,600. So
no problem.
we try.
We're gonna get it.
Unless we we're trying to push for 2 right now and to take baby steps and make our way up.
Exactly. It's all about the journey.
Exactly. Appreciate all the love. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys on Thursday for the Thursday video. After this, it'll be officially Thanksgiving, turkey, Christmas type season. And I hope you guys had a happy and safe Halloween. Check your candies. Make sure there ain't no little buggies in there. Ain't no knives. Ain't nobody doing no stupid shit.
Safe.
And be nice to each other. Look out for each other. Catch you guys next week.
And remember, over the counter.
Over the counter. Candy. Bye-bye.
Bye.